and welcome to this video on the new Hainbach and Joranalogue collaboration, Collide 4. You just saw a little sneak peek of my literal first patch, and the fantastic filth that I'm getting out of Collide 4 here from my first patch. I know I filmed a little performance with that, we'll come back to it in a moment. But I wanted to break off here, show you what's going on. But also ask for your suggestions, requests, questions, kind of feedback here. I'm sure there's lots of interest in Collide 4, and while I'm still working on my demo for it, where we'll go much more in depth as I usually do, I wanted to ask what you'd like to see. If you leave comments down below, I can use those to inform the demo that I'm making, and hopefully provide some of you with some of the things you'd like to see from Collide 4. But let me break down what's going on here, and then we'll get back into my little red light mini performance here. Pulling out the modulation. I start by sending a random Turing machine trigger into the input. And it's pinging this really rubbery, not quite plucked string, not quite pinged filter, almost like digital FM drum sound. Adding to this, I'm going to patch in a gate signal to the ping input. So we have two trigger rhythms here, kind of disrupting each other or working together, however you want to look at it. I then have a step sequence to the gain, which is going to really quieten and reduce some of these ping sounds, but really push us into overloading. I then have my main volt per octave signal into the filter's center. An envelope to the filter's width. And then into the volt per octave, I have generate freeze core triangle output here, so oscillator FM straight into volt per octave. And then the oscillator Q output here, which is what's visualizing on the scope against the other output there, into exponential FM. So this is affecting both of these outs and itself with feedback. And that's really where a lot of this grunge comes in. And finally, a random step voltage to TC time constant. So from clean rubbery pings to quite destructive filth. Now that's the mag output there. The phase output I'm using for a secondary layer here. So I'll unmute this one in the mixer. There's some filtering on filter 8 and some sidechain which I'll remove. So for those that really like to roll around in their own filth, we have an even filthier, more drony sustained output from this particular patch. I'm filtering this with a low pass in filter 8. This is modulated by a step 8 sequence. You can't quite see it, but it's here just off screen. Emphasizing this with lots of resonance. And then using the compensation on the inputs to really slam this. Lovely steppy distortion weirdness. And then sidechaining this. Bringing in a kick drum. I hope your head's bobbing like mine is. We're really dirty face grown. Muting that, I do have some other drums, snares and hi-hats. Muting those. Mag output. More percussive, more evidence of the kind of pinged nature of the patch. And then the phase output, more sustained and face gurning. Finally, there's some echo cinematic effects, which if I turn this up in my mixer, You can hear that bit of verb and nice feedbacking delay. So that was the patch. I'll get into my literal first patch, this one that I'm now explaining with a little mini performance. Do leave questions, suggestions, feedback, comments down below, and I can let that inform the in-depth video, hopefully providing you with some of the things you'd like to see from Collide 4 in the next video. Thanks for watching. Support me on patreon.com/DivKid, and I'll see you next time. Bye.